No one gossips about other people's secret virtues. I would never die for my beliefs because I might be wrong. Most people would sooner die than think. In fact, they do so. It's easy to fall in love. The hard part is finding someone to catch you. The hardest thing to learn in life is which bridge to cross and which to burn. To fear love is to fear life, and those who fear life are already 3 parts dead. Of all forms of caution, caution in love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. There are 2 motives for reading a book, one that you enjoy it, the other that you can boast about it. One of the symptoms of an approaching nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. It is the preoccupation with possessions, more than anything else, that prevents us from living freely and nobly. In all affairs it's a healthy thing now, and then to hang a question mark on the things you have long taken for granted. It has been said that man is a rational animal. All my life I have been searching for evidence which could support this. Fear is the main source of superstition, and one of the main sources of cruelty. To conquer fear is the beginning of wisdom. The fundamental cause of the trouble is that in the modern world the stupid are cocksure, while the intelligent are full of doubt. Collective fear stimulates herd instinct, and tends to produce ferocity toward those who are not regarded as members of the herd. And if there were a God, I think it very unlikely that he would have such an uneasy vanity as to be offended by those who doubt his existence. Those who have never known the deep intimacy and the intense companionship of happy mutual love have missed the best thing that life has to give. We know very little, and yet it is astonishing that we know so much, and still more astonishing that so little knowledge can give us so much power. A stupid man's report of what a clever man says can never be accurate, because he unconsciously translates what he hears into something he can understand. 3 passions, simple but overwhelmingly strong, have governed my life: the longing for love, the search for knowledge, and unbearable pity for the suffering of mankind. To teach how to live without certainty, and yet without being paralyzed by hesitation, is perhaps the chief thing that philosophy in our age can still do for those who study it. Our great democracies still tend to think that a stupid man is more likely to be honest than a clever man, and our politicians take advantage of this prejudice by pretending to be even more stupid than nature made them. One should as a rule respect public opinion in so far as is necessary to avoid starvation and to keep out of prison, but anything that goes beyond this is voluntary submission to an unnecessary tyranny, and is likely to interfere with happiness in all kinds of ways. My desire and wish is that the things I start with should be so obvious that you wonder why I spend my time stating them. This is what I aim at, because the point of philosophy is to start with something so simple as not to seem worth stating, and to end with something so paradoxical that no one will believe it. When you want to teach children to think, you begin by treating them seriously when they are little, giving them responsibilities, talking to them candidly, providing privacy and solitude for them, and making them readers and thinkers of significant thoughts from the beginning. That's if you want to teach them to think. I do not pretend to be able to prove that there is no God. I equally cannot prove that Satan is a fiction. The Christian God may exist, so may the gods of Olympus, or of ancient Egypt, or of Babylon. But no one of these hypotheses is more probable than any other. They lie outside the region of even probable knowledge, and therefore there is no reason to consider any of them. Men fear thought as they fear nothing else on earth more than ruin, more even than death. Thought is subversive and revolutionary, destructive and terrible. Thought is merciless to privilege, established institutions, and comfortable habits. Thought is anarchic and lawless, indifferent to authority, careless of the well-tried wisdom of the ages. Thought looks into the pit of hell and is not afraid. Thought is great and swift and free, the light of the world and the chief glory of man.